Back, boys and girls, we're in the fourth quarter final of today. We have two cats versus dog kings or dodgy kings, depending how you want to say it. For me, cats are always smarter, girls.
Whoa, I think that's definitely picking a side. I don't want to get on the either side of that argument, so I'll just stick to talking about CS. But yeah, no one getting onto that platform just yet. See Flexeee trying to keep the edge of, they'll get on the edge of that platform, but still no success just yet. But he's going to be the man that gets first blood, but it is only 2 seconds off the clock tools. Flexeee able to clean up.
Only 2 seconds shaved off so far from the Doggy Kings. So if you don't know who Headhunter is, that is indeed Wipeout and the man, those two side of the map. And we got Blackpoison and Flexeee in the other matchup. I like how teams are sticking together, players are sticking together. So it's always like two players from one team, and then you get that one outlier. For GG, it was Massacre. For this team, I'm actually not even sure. Some players probably didn't participate, but so far so good for two cats. So far so good for Blackpoison and Coast. Aim is hitting quite nice, and so far in terms of the scoreboard, Flexeee sitting with majority of the kills, 7. So not a bad start so far for the two cats.
Yep, looks like Flexeee is the point man here for the two cats. He's the one on the side doing the dirty work. Blackpoison with the cover and has got hold of that higher ground, which we know is extremely beneficial. As you can see, you crossfire there and you crossfire the entrance as well. So that buys Flexeee quite a bit of space, but he needs to kill the people that come around, and he manages to do so. This is quite a big stretch here, Flexeee. Can he hold it? He does.
It's a long run.
It is a long run. 9 seconds. That's all they have left to do, and they quickly deny sight hold of the CTs as well, and the man is going to be able to trade a frag back. He needs to deal with Flexeee, and they need to get on the site. Headhunter does spot him, but Flexeee raises the flag. They're not on the platform.
Yeah, so far so good for the two cats. 9 seconds as opposed to the 42. At such a fast stretch, I can't imagine them coming back from this, but only time will tell. 1 minute on the clock overall to look at, so they only that to work with. Flexee's on the side, sitting in such an important spot, such a nooks and cranny spot. Very hard to dig him out. The man finally gets to him, finally takes him out, and starts putting time of his own on the board. 37 seconds on the clock as opposed to the 6. Flexeee eventually sprays him down through the rail, through the concrete. Blackpoison high ground takes him out. Falls to his death.
Yeah, he shot him in the air there, and then he landed up dying as he landed, so...
It happened be like that sometimes, Counter-Strike, especially this 2v2. Castle, one of my favorites. Speedway, actually.
It's so close here, but the T's have raised the flag, and that should be it.
That's round 1 for the two cats. They take it, and the other favorites coming into this matchup. We're gonna have to see how the Dog Kings respond.
Yeah, definitely got to call Flexeee and Blackpoison Archer to be, you know, very highly skilled mechanical players. So definitely something to take into account. But
I just didn't know you could surf all the way up into the site, but the man lost 40 HP doing so. So it's one of those opportunity costs you got to look at.
Yeah, it's all about like looping up to this high ground or hitting that red booster and going all the way around to the back of the boat.
Not so far. Look, they are responding quite nice. The Dodgy Kings so far at a lead, but only with 3 seconds. It's kind of hard for them to find some time here and they try to still wait 10 seconds if they can. Doesn't really work out. Finally, we see utility come out for the boys. But was that actually aiding them or disabling them? Blackpoison almost with that movement, but the man, good tracking skills coming out of him. Finally, the flag's been raised. 40 seconds for Kati, or the two cats, and Dog King sitting on 42. They're in the lead, and they slowly chipping away at the clock, but it's going quite slow.
Yeah, piece by piece here, neck and neck. It's close as it could be, but Flexeee gonna get on that ground, and you can see Blackpoison in a very aggressive position. He's unable to support Flexeee though. This allows the man to pull up the flag, and Blackpoison is dealt with him. This is the stretch they needed. They take the lead, and they're starting to count down that timer. The pressure is on, and they hold it, and they hold it strong. Headhunter take the contact of Flexeee, but the man is the danger man at that boat position, and now the clock is ticking down. Finally, they get dealt with.
Headhunter almost had that spray control there, that spray transfer. It looked good, but didn't really land. Blackpoison high ground takes him out. Headhunter's back. Flexee's on the side, just spraying away at Wipeout. Finally gets to his spot. He has to reload though. Blackpoison needs to buy him time. The man eventually takes him out, no time bought, but at least Blackpoison's there at the right time to stop anybody from raising that flag on the side. I like the spot he's in right now. It's kind of behind the point of high ground where usually we land on the bridge, but if you land behind it, actually you can't see the other bad spot actually. I take it back. I take it all back. But so far, the Dodgy Kings are in the lead, 18 seconds on the board. Flexeee doing his best to bite down that clock. He needs to survive, looks down. In desperation, the man finally takes him out, and that's 17 seconds. They're doing quite well in this round, though.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the lead there, but they struggle to kind of expand on that a bit. But you can see the two cats now able to deal with both of the threats now, take the site.
Yeah, Blackpoison's trying to cut off the rotation, but Wipeout takes him out just in time. Flexeee does his best, but gets traded out. The man trotting back to the side, so is Flexeee. He's going to be back on the side once again, back on the flag, once again, raising it high as ever. And that's just going to even up the clock if things don't change anytime soon. And it does. The man puts a bullet in the dome of Blackpoison and Flexeee while jumping into the side, but Headhunter,
flag.
Last one there, 13 seconds. Stalemate. Surprised no one's fiddled with the soccer ball just yet, but they have more important things to deal with. The man high ground taking out 2 frags there, but no one's on the bump yet. Now there is 11 seconds, 9 seconds. Flexeee around the box there. The spray doesn't come out.
That's huge.
That's an insane transfer from Wipeout and potentially winning him the round if anything. 1 second on the board left. And now it's the last time for the two cats to bring it home. 20 seconds, 19 seconds, 18 seconds. There's one left on the side of the Dodgy Kings. That's it. GG, 1-all, and they draw. Again, it's 1st to 3 for the first map. And it's title 1 apiece goals.
Yep, those that aren't aware, it gets pretty confusing, but basically, you know, per map, it's a race to 3, or as some others call it, a best of 5. And then obviously the whole series as a whole between the different maps is just a simple best of 3. And right now it is tied up at 1 apiece. And do see
that's your teammate, the man. But spooked over there. No one's on the side just yet. The initial fights are usually gonna go like this. The usual iterations of the round do pan out like this. And the two cats strike first flag.
Moving together as a unit, it seems. Blackpoison gets it higher ground. He's going to try cover fire, but the man comes from above, from side and above, and it does look like they will be able to raise that flag. Still very, very close here. Not real distance gain at all.
Ooh, the taps coming out of Blackpoison. When he starts doing things like this, you know he's in the mood. He's feeling it. Headhunter finally taking him out. The man coming from the left-hand side. And they even out the clock so far, 39 seconds apiece for both of them. 1 minute 30 overall on the clock. And you can see the kill feed. Sitting with the highest frags is Flexeee with 39, Blackpoison the next with 37. But the rounds look so close still.
Huge work here by Headhunter on the side. Gets dealt with though by Blackpoison, and that's a critical frag as well. He's going to be able to raise that flag and start the comeback from his, well, for his team here. Quite a bit of back and forth. Nobody really establishing any sort of control on the actual side. Finally, Blackpoison secures that for his team. He's making himself pretty big, gets that frag as well. But now, man, gonna come and take him out. That resets the flag. And
it's a slower round than usual, as you can see. There's 1 minute on the clock. The overall time is basically lesser than what each team has at the moment. 28 seconds so far. The two cats do prevail, but for how long? 24 seconds on the clock. Flexeee is in high ground. The man trying to pivot between 2 choke points right now. Gets the guy high ground. There's one more on the side, and Headhunter comes through just in time to support him. Now, perhaps this is their turn to turn back the time, turn back the clock. Smoke lands in the side, right place, but at the wrong time, I'd say. Now, it's actually used by the two cats. 17 seconds, 15. Flexee's going to protect while Blackpoison stays onto the side. Oh my god, I thought that was Flexeee in fact. Crazy flick them down. He's pivoting, he's turning Blackpoison.
They're holding it, tools.
6 seconds on the clock. 6.9 actually. Blackpoison is doing the Lord's work right now.
He gets off the side though. That means he has to re-raise the flag, and that buys some time here. But the cover's good. Flexeee goes huge, and this is buying all the time that they need. 2-1, and that is all she wrote. They go in the lead. Do the two cats.
2-1. quite convincing at that. 30 seconds left for the Dodgy Kings. The man and Wipeout need to step up a little over here to just even it out and maybe edge out this map. You got to have a good start knowing they're the underdogs in this situation.
Indeed. And Flexeee getting a bit aggressive here, getting quite a bit of ground. He's aware of Wipeout there, but Blackpoison deals with him and they're able to raise the flag. They are going to take first blood, if you call it tools.
First blood, indeed.
Only 4 seconds.
4 seconds, it's enough. Again, you have to chip away at the clock. Flag is still down. No one taking control just yet. Oh, man. The man getting dinked to his demise. Blackpoison still on the side. 16 HP, so he should be cleaned up. Does so indeed by the man's headshot. Flexeee still going to stay high ground. Just to try to defend the side from an angle. Both players from the two cats sitting on the bridge. They have to get towards the side. They have to raise the flag goals. That's the objective of this game. Smoke finally coming up. Blackpoison, does he sit in it or does he play around it? Headhunter, Wipeout, the man, both on the side here, taking both of their opponents out, and it's their turn. Bite down on the clock, bite down on this flag, raise it as high as they can. Headshots, name of the game at the moment. Gets dinked. How long does it survive for if you got that second transfer? That would have been the one. That would have been the way to steal 10 seconds across, but doesn't really pan out the way they wanted to.
Yep, Blackpoison gets dealt with. No one is on the side, so man, slowly inching close a bit. He gets taken out, and that's going to allow Blackpoison a little bit of space, but quickly comes Wipeout to kind of negate that. Blackpoison getting overwhelmed. Flexeee only managing to get to the higher ground now, but it's not the objective at the moment. Man, tries to get him to the side. Flexeee is actually doing quite a bit of work. It allows Blackpoison again to come from the side. Does spot the man come through, gets the shot as well, so Blackpoison will be stopped here for the moment. Eventually gets taken out by the man. Beautiful trading there coming from them, but swiftly dealt with in return. 11 seconds is the gap here between these two teams, and flag once again being raised by Blackpoison. Gets the double as well. This should secure a few seconds.
A few seconds indeed, and that's kind of what they need, and they lead by so much at the moment. The margin is quite large, but right now the Dodgy Kings have to come through. This is their last opportunity to even tie up the score, let alone try win this, so they have a lot to work for here. 13 seconds, two cats are just doing it at the moment. They can't even, I mean, they're trying their best to get on the sides. Dodgy Kings, they're getting shot left, right, and center, high ground, low ground. They even try to get into the side. They've already been taken out. 12 seconds in the board from the two cats. Just the taps coming up from the man. Wipeout is going to jump onto the side there. So this is potentially the opportunity to get back into the... Someone's on the side. The flag hasn't been raising, but the clock is ticking down. Questionable.
Yeah, well, while no one is taking the flag, the main clock does tick down, and right now it's becoming close to the amount of time that both of these teams have left.
You had to see it, goals.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure is being put here onto...
Wow! Oh, it was a different person. I've seen crazy shots here, man.
Finally, the flag gets raised, the main clock gets stopped, and instantly in response is Flexeee and Blackpoison here. They side strong, they deal with the threat in the man that was trying to reset the time. Flexeee gets a beautiful double kill here from the side. It comes around.
2 seconds. 1 second, and it's stopped. There's someone else on the side. The man stopping it at 1.8 seconds. They need this iteration of kills to come through. Yep, finally, Headhunter comes through. They need a flawless string of time here. A flawless flag hold. 22, 23. I don't think it's enough for Blackpoison. Just a mammoth of a transfer onto the man. Then they take it 3-1. They take the first map castle goals.
Yeah, that was an insane little surf onto the side.
What a performance!
Double frag, yeah, for sure.
I mean, looking at the kill feed, yeah. 60 kills, 68 kills onto Blackpoison, 63 kills onto Flexeee, 57 on the man, 47 on Headhunter. And at the end of the day, when you look at the kills, it's an indication of who should be the winner, but it's not the end result. But they got both objectives, kills, style points. They got it all. But we're going to move into the next map. Two cats take the first. 3-1.
Does look like we're moving on to the Himalaya as well, tools.
That's the pistol map. That's the pistol shotgun map. The simplistic map.
That's where we had the crazy close round. Yeah, I remember that. The Tech 9 map, some say.
Yeah, the Rec 9, some would say, yeah. And just keen to see how these two teams go about it, what strategies they implement or employ. Do they use the utility that much? Do they pick up the Tech 9 more? There's a 5-7, and I barely heard the 5-7 in the previous map, in the previous quarterfinal. But it's just Tech 9s and PT50s mostly.
Yeah, I must say I have. Well, it's tend to I've seen the Tech9 take a little bit of take a lead there in sort of how effective it's been. I think it's just, especially around that default box, just allows you to take those fights that come close, and you can still tap your way away from the guys that are coming from the bridge, and that's and from there. So yeah. But out of these players, yeah, I mean, it is going to come down to raw pistol, you know, and I must be honest, I think, you know, TheMan and Wipeout are definitely going to have a much better go in this round. I think it's fast-paced, chaotic stuff. Let's see if it works out for them.
Yeah, less obstacles. There's no surfing around. There's less of a high ground, low ground. It's pretty basic and straightforward. It's just come down to the raw aim, a bit of comms here and there. Actually, a lot of comms here and there. You see how it's actually going to pan out.
Does look like we're jumping into this game. Countdown is upon us. They're still messing about here in spawn, but here we go. Himalaya, guys. This is your Redbull flick. Your final quarterfinal here to determine the last of your semi-finalists.
There we go. Oh, I was about to say, he's avoiding the Rec 9 over there. Flexeee really picking up the Tech 9. They're already on site. The flag's already been raised by the Dodge Kings, but striking back quite swiftly. All the two cats here on the side. Ooh, man, at 5-7, I spoke about it, and it's coming through right now. Rotated out. The Tech now, which is okay. Ooh, the man clicks quite fast with that thing.
Yeah, and you can see they're playing it perfectly. He takes these duels occasionally by the ramp, and then he spots for his teammates and kind of asks for the crossfire, but finally Blackpoison able to deal with him, get into that position for himself, again with the Tech 9, and now they've got the sides.
Bit of vandalism happening in the side. They're destroying all the TVs, man. But I like the technique of you put one middle, the Dams in Destroy how they did it. They had one guy holding middle, one guy holding that default box there. It's a better crossfire and it gives us a lot more space and room for the player inside for the clutch ability, right? That's how you want to phrase it. But so far, 18 seconds on the board for the two cats. They're doing quite strong over here. They're doing quite well.
It was a nice little reset there. Even though he lost the sight, he just gets back in, and immediately they start counting down that clock even further. Blackpoison now has a ton of space to work with. He goes for an aggro duel. He is waiting for his teammate support, but he takes the fight and gets dealt with. This opens a gap here for Flexeee, but he is deleted off, and that gives the man a chance to raise the flag again. And CTs are trying to make up some time here. Don't have a lot to work with, but
Yeah. I like how the trades are going. As one player dies, others already back onto the site. That's how you got to recycle the spawn in that fashion. It's a good technique, but you got to have one guy holding the site, and that's the first round going in the two cats' favor. Did it quite well, and I would say a strong lead at that. 21 seconds to spare. Yeah, you could say it was a good round for them, a strong round indeed. So let's just see how round 2 goes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them changing up between their spotting or getting that info to committing to these deeper fights or angles, kind of eliminating the teammate support. But right now, first blood does go the way, or first flag, should I say, goes the way of Tuakata once again, and they are still hitting that clock, and that's a beautiful and important frag, and Blackpoison allows himself to sit behind that default box. He's aware that that's where the pressure's coming from.
Finally, the frag has been raised by the Doggy Kings. Potentially this is the way back in. They need a good solid 10-second jump, anything. Oh! Wipeout! Disgusting headshots there coming from the Tech now.
And that's time tools.
Instantly at that. That's a lot of time. That was at least 9 seconds on the board there. TheMan, can you do the same? No, it gets taken up by Blackpoison. Wipeout. Crazy aim coming out of him. Impressive transfer, you would call it that. But the two cats are still in the lead.
Oh, that's a big shotgun kill, and he gets the frag with Blackpoison with the shotgun kill of his own, and that's going to let them go into the lead. Time is ticking. Cities have managed to get control of the side. Flexeee gets a dink as well. He's got position, he's got the flag, and the time is going down again, moving into the lead here. The
dangerous part of the lead, 13 seconds of the clock. At least the Doggy King is at least to bounce back, shave a bit of time here and there, but they need to get in the side for longer than at least 15 seconds, I'd say, to catch up, let alone win. 10 seconds on the board for the two catties, 8 seconds. 7 seconds, you could see the urgency at TheMan rushing to that side, holding the spam. He's going to hold the rotations while his teammate sits in and just buys a little time there. At least 10 seconds if he's another double. Huge. And he does so. And that's huge. That's at least 6 seconds in my opinion. He's got the Sec9 and the shotgun. Oh, a bit of an overextension. Bit of an overextension in my opinion with their Blackpoison, you know, finish it off. I'm afraid this is the finishing point. You get a headshot, you get a dink like that, and for me that is GG. They've taken round 2 exquisitely so.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, round one was convincing. This round, I believe, pretty much more or less the same. Yeah, okay, a little bit less convincing there, but yeah, strong commanding lead here for the side of Blackpoison and Flexeee.
And the kills reflect that. Blackpoison sitting on 19 kills and Flexeee on 16. Man is sitting on 16, which is the same as Flexeee, and 11 on Headhunter. So the frags, you know, paint the little picture around how this game is going. And they're really going to draw second blood on the flag, but they're going to hold it a bit longer than the usual. I actually like the spots. I like it as well.
It's the combination of the two that works so well. It's quite difficult to deal with, specifically if you're coming through one choke point, which a lot of the teams tend to do. Oh, what a nade. Bounces it off the rocks.
So far, so good from the two cats. They're on the side. They're taking the lead by only 3-4 seconds at the moment. 5 now. If they can just survive a little bit longer, they should take this 3-0 clinical finish. Flexeee holding the rotation here while Blackpoison sits on the default box, holding that flag longer and longer as the time ticks down. The urgency and the stress and the focus heightened for the Dodge Kings.
Flexeee just doing absolute work from that bridge over there, and now he just to hold the site, but no. They are managed or do able to get back into this. It's only counting down from 40 seconds now. Still quite a bit to catch up here. They need to hold, get a couple of these frags. Body comes through. That's going to be a pivotal thing.
I mean, they can't really come through the choke point, right? They have to focus on the other two. It's the important part about the utility, right?
100%. We haven't seen it get used that much, and you can see now this is quite a lot of time that's gained there. Blackpoison able to defend it as well. But it's all up to the man. He's able to raise the flag. Flexee's hot on his heels. He gets the support he needs, though, and they still manage to maintain the site. But as I say that, they get taken out, and this forces Headhunter to move, and both players are waiting for him. Blackpoison just doing tons of work here. Gets a third as well, and surely that is all she wrote. This is too much pressure now being put on this final breach. It has to go their way. Oh, the man gets a shot.
Oh, Flexeee
gets the shotgun. He's holding it, but players on the side. Blackpoison is coming in for support, though. I think he gets that frag. I think that is 2 seconds left. Oh, he gets
my god, at breaking point, he gets a crazy hit
both.
with the Headhunter. He keeps getting these crazy doubles at such pivotal moments. If they can hold this flag for the next 26 seconds, they can win. But is it too much to ask? You can see hot on their heels is the two cat. They got 1.1 seconds to work with the man. And they're getting headshots now going one by one.
But
that's the pressure mounting. Blackpoison gets a crazy double with the 5 seconds, and that is all she wrote.
That is
3-0 GG.